So part two, we're gonna be looking at similar problems what we did earlier, just a little bit different. So we're gonna be looking at difference of square problems. So you're gonna have a difference of square denominator to factor. Difference of squares. What are those? I can't remember, Mr. Ardeline. Well, we're gonna show you. So 7x over x squared minus 9 plus 2 over x plus 3. Difference of squares. That's what we're talking about here, that x squared plus 9. So the difference of squares, I don't have a middle term. So x, what's the quadratic formula there? X squared plus bx plus c. I don't have a bx here, but I do have a bx here, right? I just don't see it. It's 0. So when I go to factor this, I need factors of negative 9 that add up to 0. So factors of negative 9 that add up to 0, I'm going to get 7x over x plus 3, x minus 3. That's the difference of squares. Negative 3 times 3 gives me 9, negative 9. 3 plus negative 3 gives me 0x. So I factored the denominator. That's my step number 1. Remember, it's step 1, factor denominators. So I'm good there. Plus 2 over x plus 3. I'm just rewriting this. And we're all set. That's step 1 out of the way. Step 2, find or create a common denominator. I have x plus 3 here, I have x plus 3 here. I don't have x minus 3 on both sides. So this is the one I'm going to have to use and make sure this ends up over here. So to do that, I'm going to multiply the top by x minus 3. And I'm also going to multiply the bottom by x minus 3 to create that common denominator. Okay, so I'm going to distribute those through. So I'll have 7x, x plus 3, x minus 3, we're good there. And then over here, I'm going to have, well, I got a plus sign. 2 times x gives me 2x. 2 times negative 3 gives me negative 6, right? And all of that's going to be over x plus 3 times x minus 3. Look at that, common denominators. We're all set. The hard stuff is done. Now I just got to bring it home. So combine like terms. So we distributed it, now combine the like terms. So I have 7x plus 2x gives me 9x, right? And I have nothing, I don't have a number here, but I have a plus negative 6. So that's going to be what? Negative 6 there. And my denominator now, I have a common denominator, so I'm just going to rewrite that as x plus 3 times x minus 3. And we're just about done. Well, we are done, actually. So if we can check to cancel anything in the denominator. So if I want to check that, I can. Spoiler alert, you can't. That's why I said we're done. But if I want to check to see if I can cancel either of these factors, I'd factor out this top. So I can pull a 3 from both of these pieces, it looks like. So I can factor out a 3. So I factor out a 3, so it'd give me what? 3 times 3x. And then minus 2. So if I want to factor, so I want to be extra, I want to go for that extra credit, you can. X plus 3, x minus 3, that stays. These are two same things, but this answer would be good. This answer is also good, but I'm just doing this to check, can I cancel either of these? No, I can't. 3x minus 2 doesn't cancel either of those. So, and problem's good, solved, done. We'll look at one more, and then you guys can be on your way. So one more, let's say we have, let's do maybe a tad bit harder. Let's say 3x plus 1 over x minus 6 minus 2 over x squared minus 36. Again, we're looking at difference of squares. So I need, step 1, factor the denominator. This is good, so factored. Over here, not good, got to factor here. So factors of negative 36 that add up to 0, that middle term is 0. So 3x plus 1, I want to rewrite this first piece, x minus 6 minus 2. And then if I factor this out, factor the negative 36 I add to 0, x plus 6, x minus 6, okay? X plus 6, x minus 6. 6 times negative 6 gives me negative 36. 6 plus negative 6 gives me 0, so that's why I don't have that middle term there. Step number 2 then, find or create a common denominator. So I have x minus 6 here, x minus 6 there. What's missing over here? Looks like the x plus 6. That's what we're missing. So we're going to multiply this piece by x plus 6, and I'm going to multiply by x plus 6. All right. And then we're going to distribute the numerator, combine the like terms, check see if we cancel anything, and we'll be done. So I'm going to do this all kind of one bigger step. So 3x times x gives me what? 3x squared. 3x times 6 gives me, what's that? 18x plus 18x. 1 times x gives me 1x. 1 times 6 gives me plus 6. Geez, that's big. X minus 6 times x plus 6 minus 2 over x plus 6, x minus 6. All right, so now we have those common denominators created. We're just about done here, but we got to combine those like terms. Not too much to combine. Subtract 2. So I have all of this. I just got to subtract 2 from this. So I'm going to have what? Oh, I got to combine these as well. So 18x, 1x, 6 minus 2. That's positive. I don't know why it looks like a smudge there. So I'm going to have 3x squared plus 19x. So plus 19x. And I'm going to have 6 minus positive 2. So 6 minus 2 gives me 4. And I'm going to end up with, what's that give me? X minus 6 times x plus 6. And there's your answer. You're all set to go. Okay? If you want to check if you can factor this, well, I'm not sure if you can. Let's see. I think this answer. I believe it's good. So I'm going to circle that. But let's see if we can factor this. So we have 3x times x. And if I plug in factors of 4 here, there's no way I'm ever going to get 19, right? Because if I put 4 here, 3x times 4 gives me 12x. But then this would have to be 1. So I can't get to 19. That only gives me 12x plus 1x, 13x. So that's not going to happen. So this is your answer. You're all set to go. Nothing left to cancel. I hope this helps you guys. Again, try there's a couple problems for you guys to do on your own on Delta Math. Thanks, everybody. That's all I got.